Hey guys, this is Gunniscare here with another Guardian Tales video, and in today's video, I want to just do an uncut run through my raid runs here in this game. And I'm just going to go over my team comps, what I do, to give you an idea of what I do. So currently, I'm in the rank 5 guild right now, so legendary, and currently I'm rank 5 here in damage in the rank 5 guild. I say this not to brag, but to kind of show at least I'm really in here. I'm an in-game player. I've been really trying to learn and get better at raiding, and I'm just wanting to share that with you guys essentially. And I figured I would at least start with saying that I'm actually in one of these top guilds, and you can kind of get an idea of my thought process of what I do for this. And I'm gonna have a whole bunch of videos on these because by far this is my favorite game type, is raiding in this game. I mean, even though I do enjoy Arena, I do enjoy Coliseum, like pretty much every game on this game is just awesome. But I really like the raiding aspect of this game. I just feel like there's a lot of depth to it. But I also feel like a lot of players can't appreciate it yet because it takes so many resources to really make it fun. Because you want to have a lot of different characters to really get your hands on. You don't need to have them all limit broken or whatever, but you do need to have a lot of characters. Like all these characters, these are all unique 3 stars, and they're all level 5 star, to give you an idea for this team. And then this team right here, you can see a lot of limit broken characters there, and then a lot of limit broken characters there. And that's what I'm running this go around. I'm probably going to change up teams based on each raid cycle, and then also which bosses I want to hit based on which characters I have leveled up. Okay, so with all that out of the way, I'm just going to quickly run through my matches. I might do a legit one, I might do a practice one, but that's and I'm just going to kind of talk about what I'm doing here, and also unedited, so I don't want you to miss anything. Also, longer videos like this are a big pain in the ass to edit. So first thing is, just out of convenience, what I do is my first 3 slots for my arena team or my raid teams here, so I just have them ready to go. And I have like this team on Harvester, this team for Minotaur, and then I have this team here for Fairy or Minotaur. It's about the same damage. I just like it on Fairy because it's easier. And as I do more videos, and as if you really look into this, I really highly recommend one of the best ways to get better at this is through just finding a good guild and that's really active. It doesn't matter where you're at, just as long as everyone's active, really trying, you're going to get a lot of information that way. And then also my Discord is going to be, I'm trying to make that a really good resource when it comes to Guardian Tales content. Yeah, be sure to join that. Then I'm going to have infographics, the works when it comes to trying to get better at raiding, or just in general. But I really like the raiding aspect, so it's probably going to skew that way. Okay, so the first thing here, this match here, and if we look here at his typing, you're going to see a lot of patterns as how this works out. He's basic. This is a dark team. We have advantage. One thing that's a little interesting is you're going to want to make everyone dark. There's a lot of reasons for that. For example, on Beth here, it's her weapon, I believe. Yeah. So on Dark Smash hit, decrease dark type resistance by 20%. So it's going to be really important to have all dark damage. Not everyone else is, and then we also have Airbell increasing dark attack type. So putting a dark weapon on Lynn here is going to be really ideal. The one I've been liking is Ogma's weapon. And then here we're just trying to give her attack. I was talking with Gotcha J, and he was saying that he's done the math between crit damage and attack percentage, and he's saying attack percentage is better, unless in like niche cases like Aisha and stuff like that. So just keep that in mind. Then I kind of have an idea of what accessories I normally use. Sharpshooter's just a really good, unique accessory that I really like in raiding. So just you'll see that a lot. The stuff that's farmable from mirror, like the mirror dungeons, I like those for the main character, unless you get really good rolls. But I like those for my main, the controllable character, because I really like the weapon regen speed. And then ideally I would have like way more skill damage on this, but I like the weapon regen or weapon skill regen speed for that. And then I like just crit damage, skill damage, all that stuff for these characters. So that's why Sharpshooter is so good on these guys. So we're just going to do, so I have double limit broken sharpshooters. I would just probably have like a ton of limit broken sharpshooters as I put more and more resources to it. But I've been just farming up characters to 5 stars. So I just haven't been able to get more and more gear, but I just moved the equipment over anyway. So it's really not that big of a deal. But the reason why I like limit broken sharpshooters is because it's the one piece of gear that actually gets more damage, like from a unique perspective. Like the natural 3-star accessories, pretty much every single one of them, I want to say every single one of them except sharpshooter, gives defensive stats, not attack stats when you limit break it. So that's another reason why sharpshooter is so popular. Okay, and so then now let me make sure attack and attack. Okay, so this is actually a pretty easy mechanic fight. I just like to do a practice run just to make sure, just to clear it out here. I'm just, if you're rusty or whatever, you only get one shot. So I just like to do this, even though this is a pretty easy encounter. So the big thing is with this one is what you're going to learn is the weapon skill. When you have them actually chain skilled, is learning how far you can push it before you need to re-loop it, or before you need to activate it. I'll show you what I mean by that. So this guy, okay. So like this one, I know I can really wait until the end there and then go, and then really wait until like 0.2 seconds. But not everyone's like that. And then you need to know that it's a down skill, so I have to wait until it's like airborne or something like that before I can activate this again to really charge it up while he's still stunned. And then you don't want to do it too quickly, but then you kind of have to have a feel for it. So I'm just kind of chilling, and then boom, got it again. So we're just spamming them because we're running out of time here. And then boom. Okay, so that's that matchup. Reason why I like dark teams and Beth is just because of how face roll they are. There's really not that much mechanics with this. So here, let's actually do a real run. I've been shooting for about 4 mil. If I had more limit breaks in Arabelle or in Lupina, I'd probably do like 4.5 to 3 or to 5 million. But I just don't. I've been prioritizing other characters. So here, let's do a real run here. And next we'll do the Garam team. So the big thing is just don't get interrupted. One thing too is if you screw up one time, you get one free shot at this. Like if you screw up, you can leave. If you don't die, you can leave and try again, but that's only one time. And that's not per team. That's just one time for the day. Okay, we got one. See how I'm waiting even though I have the weapon skill? Now it's injured, so I can do that. Could argue waiting for the airborne so she does more damage with her weapon skill. 50% more. So I just kind of wait just a little bit. Okay, that was a little early, but we're running out of time here, so I just like to get him out of the way, even though you want to like really milk the downed period. So we got 3.9. It was okay run. I feel like we could have got a little bit more out of it. But I would say that's pretty solid. That's kind of where I'm wanting to be. The big thing is to not screw up. Like you don't want to miss your weapon skill, because imagine if I missed my weapon skill, then I would have missed out on an entire chain there. So it's just really important not to get interrupted on that one, even though the mechanics are really easy. Like you compare those mechanics to Harvester, it's like a joke. Okay, so now we'll do Fairy here. And this one's actually pretty straightforward. As you'll notice, the damage expectation's a little smaller on this one. This one's higher. When people are willing to use, like this is just a really good run here. Usually I expect to see Nari in this, but I don't like to use Nari for this because a lot of people, Harvester is the hardest part. So it's like I value this damage higher than I value other damage because it's easier to beat these. Like it's easier to beat the Bullworm, Fairy, and Minotaur, whereas Harvester is a big pain in the ass. So you look at this damage here, like this is hard, and it's also the mechanics of it are really random. So that's another reason why I just value this more. And the characters are very limiting. You need like Future Princess, or I mean, you need Future Knight and Nari and Queen Evil Iva, Queen Idol Eva, and that's why I value this more. And it's kind of, each boss has its like hard one. Last one before this, all of them were easy. The one prior to that, the portrait lady, she was a big pain. Harvester's kind of on that level of a big pain of a character. But here, let's do Fairy here. And for this one, I have a lot of preset things. So this one is not ideal, even though it's really good. It's a attack percentage 14, 15 is the max skill damage, but only 5% weapon skill. Ideally, that would be at 12, but you know, that's just still a really good roll. Can't complain about that. And then, at least from a damage perspective, then we got, obviously, we're gonna go attack, then attack again. And for her, we'll just go attack. But, well, we'll just stick with the honoring here. I like that because it's tankier, even though it's not as much damage. Then for her, we'll do a sharpshooter. I really like Coco. She does a ton of damage for a 2-star. So same with Elvira right here. She does a ton of damage too. Like, this is a very popular comp. This Garam, Coco, and Elvira. Like, that's just a super staple Garam comp for raiding. I'll go over a lot of this stuff in future videos. I just want to kind of show you what's going on here. And you'll notice I'm using a water weapon with her. I have her exclusive, but Garam is giving 50% water damage against, you know, or water attack because of his party skill, and the damage difference is really not that high, so that's why I'm going with that. This is Caitlyn's? Caitlyn? Yeah. Or Catherine, my bad. This is Catherine's weapon, is what I'm using. This is a water weapon. So we'll go here. And then attack. We got take baths. It's annoying. I wish there was more attack cards, and then I wouldn't have to worry about this. But I believe I have the all the cards. Like when it comes to, I don't have all the cards. I'm actually far from it, but I have all the attack cards, attack percentage cards. So it's kind of a bummer that that's the max amount. Okay, so like before, we'll practice it. I like to just kind of get it out of the way. So this one, you just got to dodge this part and then do your weapon skill on cooldown. So you'll see what I mean. And then dodge that. And then I like to get this out of the way quick because we really want to dodge this part of it, this part of the encounter. And then, so I'm waiting until the end. This one you got to do quick because it's too laggy. That one's not as laggy, so you can get away with waiting. And this is the kind of stuff you got to just practice. Like, you just got to know that Elvira's is really slow. And then now I got to just kind of chill. I got to wait. It's kind of hard to have the mental timing on this. Yeah, see, like now I have Garam's up. What if I did that early? Then I just ruined the loop. And then you see, maybe this is an example. Okay, so I was able to get away with it even though I was a little late on that. Okay, we got that. Just trying to do as much. This is about as much damage as I can get. If my the reason why I don't do like 3 million is because my Gabriel is a little under geared. She's not limit broken, and then also I'm missing a ton of awakening stones on her. But I think she's a really good character, really splashable, gonna be useful in a ton of raids. She's useful in arena, like, so useful in Colosseum. So I'm definitely happy to invest in her. I think she's a really good character. So here we go. Let's actually do a real one here. It's a pretty straightforward matchup. I just gotta not choke. That's interesting. I've never seen her go down here. It's about doing these as soon as possible. Not getting hit by that. Okay, so we'll do that quick. We'll do this one quick. We can wait a little bit on hers. And wait a little bit on hers. Okay, now I'm just kind of chilling. I'm gonna wait until she goes all the way back. Ooh, I almost jumped the gun there. I could definitely optimize my when I'm knocking them up. Oh, see, I got countered there. I was getting greedy. I was just trying to get it out. I had almost no time left, so I could have done a little bit better there. Because what I was doing is you get 50% increased attack when you get them airborne. So timing your weapon skill when you can squeeze it in, because a lot of time is like they're airborne, but my weapon skill's on cooldown. But if I time it correctly with Coco and you get them knocked back up, then I can do my weapon skill and get a 50% boost on a small, you know, like how the weapon skill does a lot of damage. 50% boost on that when you can try to squeeze it in, maybe get a little extra damage. So that's how that run went. And then lastly, Harvester. This is the one I'm saving for last because it's a big pain in the ass. The reason why is because it's so random and it's just kind of annoying. I'm just going to practice this one for now. I'm just going to do a practice run so you can kind of get an idea. I feel like this deserves its own video, but the reason why it's so annoying is because it's just inconsistent. It's hard to predict on what he's going to do, and it's a massive difference in damage based on what he decides to do. And I'll kind of show you some of the examples here. So the basic team, he's a light character, so basic's obviously the way to go. Future Knight is actually really good damage. This team is also really fragile, and you really want to have these guys maxed because you don't have any healing really. It's another reason why it's a tough matchup here. So this is what I do, and notice I have basic on here. I believe it's pretty marginal. Reason why I'm doing that is because I have a basic weapon here is because you get the 50% basic boost. You're also getting the basic damage increase because you have the type advantage. That is why I have basic bow on Tinia. So maybe there's a better one. I'm not sure. But here, let me practice this. A couple things is in the beginning, you want to be really close to him. And it's still, even if you are close to him, it's still inconsistent. So you run up on him, get the invulnerability. So this is what you want. You want the attack, but he could just bounce. And he could just bounce, but he's attacked, so he just bounced there. You got to go in the corner. If you go any further to the right, he's going to go up. He's not going to go to the right here. And so now we actually get 3 of them perfect. You need to hit them all, and then it actually knocks him up. So we'll do that. I'm waiting for the airborne. Now we get the full 33%. He bounces. Everyone's really low. We make sure he doesn't see. Now he jumps away. So it's I didn't want to waste that my weapon skill. See, because now it's only at 50, so I'm gonna need a whole nother weapon skill here. Now he leaves, so she's dead. So as you can see, this is so annoying, and so her being dead is a big issue. So that's like a bad run, but I can't do anything differently. Yeah, you know. And so here I could try it again, and maybe it jumps all around. But like, wait, I've seen too is that you got to kind of keep them like 3 characters away. I've seen like 1 character away, 3 characters away kind of thing. I've seen you got to keep them close. I think it's just all random. It's hard to get this consistent. If anyone knows how to like every single time do something, even if it's like less. See, now he's jumping this time. See like, and so it's very, very inconsistent on what can go down. And now he's jumping again. So now I want to actually shoot him. Jumping again. Jumping away this time. Since he's close, I'm just going to shoot him, and he jumps away. So, like, you can see what I'm saying. So I finally get my first weapon skill on him. And since I put him in down state, I'm waiting. And so like, well, look at how quickly I got him in that state before. Like it's a very inconsistent battle. The best I've ever done is 5 million. Best I've ever seen is 7 million. But there's times I do 2.5. There's times I normally do about 3.8. It's a very frustrating encounter, in my opinion. And even if you do have a way of doing it consistently, it is a little tough to execute because you only get at max 2 tries. So here, let's try to do like keep them one away, like one character away here. So now he just randomly does that. I need to hit him one more time, but he just bounces for some reason. Okay, now we got him. We're waiting more. We're gonna just hit that quick. We're doing a lot of damage so far. When everything goes right, it's really nice. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Almost went a little too nice because we didn't get another chain. So here's a 3.8. If I waited a little bit, let him do his thing, and then got another chain, I probably got a 4.5 there. But you can kind of get an idea of what to expect when it comes to Harvester, what to look for, stuff like that. Even with a very optimized team, it's still really hard. I mean, yes, I could maximum break my Queen Idol Eva, but I don't have the resources for that yet. I'm probably gonna go Gabriel next for my limit breaking. But that's it for this video. I'm gonna end it here. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions. I know that there's gonna probably be a lot, especially if you're new to raiding, but trust me, there's gonna be a lot more to come when it comes to Guardian Tales content. And with that, guys, I'm out. Peace.